Welcome to Pioneer FX. Today is the 20th of October. Hope you guys are all doing well. 8 p.m., just after 8 p.m. here in the UK. Quick update with regards to the current trades that we have been looking at. AUDUSD flying up now. I was expecting for a minor retracement, a minor pullback, but it looks like this area has been broken. And now the next level to watch out for is 0.75891, because there could be a retracement looking here. Looks like there is some strong resistance here, so expecting to see TP2 being hit relatively near in the future. So this one here, fantastic trade so far. Overall, approximately around 343 pips from the lows. A lovely risk to reward for those who did catch it back then. We're still long from these lows here. A nice 1 to 10 risk to reward, and obviously taking partial profits there since we hit our first TP. So expecting for TP2 to be hit relatively soon. AUDUSD pushing up. We did have some news here with regards to Canada. The inflation rate quickens to a half-year high, and also we did have some UK inflation rate which did unexpectedly come out a slightly lower figure. So that's actually quite good for the pound, but we'll see how that one goes. And with regards to my FX book, let's have a look at my FX book. Did we have any news for Australia this week? We had some inflation data come out this week. So we had some China earlier on Monday. We had an unemployment rate that hasn't changed much in terms of fundamentals, to be honest. We did have some RBA meeting minutes for Australia. I don't think we had anything else from Australia yet. So pushing through to tomorrow, medium to high risk. In the afternoon, we have some high risk news here. We've got the employment change for Canada and the usual jobless claims for the dollar. The big one to watch out for is the Australia PMIs for Australia for the composite services tomorrow. So that's going to be a key one to watch. We could potentially have a retracement back down again, potentially to attract even more sellers. So we could expect to see price break through 0.746 before pushing higher. But this one here, fantastic trade. Still holding on to this one. Expecting for TP2 to be hit relatively soon. UJ. This one has pushed up last week through to this week now. Started to slow down. Started to see a divergence here in price from the actual RSI. So this could be the turning point now for UJ to potentially push even lower. It did push higher to attract more buyers in this area over here, through to Asia, and now coming up through to the US actually. So we could potentially see a bounce higher, relatively higher. So we could potentially re-enter for UJ to potentially grab that short trade, pushing even lower. Still expecting to see some weakness for the dollar, which we did have through to this week. We did have some weakness here. Price has been ticking down as expected. So that one is playing in our favor. So AUDUSD, UJ, soon I'm hoping to see a meltdown for UJ now, because it's well overextended here. As you guys can see, we've had that bullish run for quite some time. Push up one, first push up, second push up, and here's the third just up here. So exciting times for UJ. Expecting to see a meltdown relatively soon. USD Swiss franc, this has been playing about I did mention that I am expecting to see a major retracement first, a bit higher, in order for us to potentially dive into this one. Through to this week, however, we did start off with a decent retracement here. I did mention we could have a retracement at 0.925, which we did have. Is currently following this black trend here, so expecting to see a meltdown through to 0.912 as our first TP. New Zealand Swiss franc, this one here has hit our psychological stop loss. However, it's actually looking fantastic to actually start looking for some shorts up here. So still holding on to this one, expecting to see a meltdown pretty eminently through to 0.65 and then 0.64. So a nice 1 to 20 risk to reward potentially if this one breaks through. Palladium, this has been consolidated through to this week. Since the start of this week, we did manage to catch Palladium at its lows at a discounted rate. So since the start of this week, which was the 18th here, we managed to catch the lows of Palladium. Price pushed right up and now in decent profit. So expecting to see, because this was our area of retracement, this was the golden region to have started to position yourself to go long. So the further it retraces down, the more we're looking to add as our first TP at 2,500. So this one still stands, expected to see some dollar weakness, so this one should push up. Oil here, this has been well overextended, expected to see a push down lower. A lot of buyers in this current area over here because price broke through, made an impulsive wave. A lot of buyers creeping in here. There was a lot of buyers here, plenty of buyers here. So expected to see a major retracement for oil. So we'll see how that one goes. Gold, this has been okay. I was expected to see a deeper retracement first, perhaps through to 1740. Would have been ideal to actually get rid of buyers in the market. So we could see some buyers stepping in here due to that impulsive wave, retracement, push up. So expecting to see a deeper retracement first to wipe out the buyers, to grab as much liquidity in these lows before breaking through to 1830. So expecting to see 1830 relatively soon. AUDCAD, beautiful trade. We managed to catch it from these lows over here. I did expect to see a bit of retracement for those who did actually manage to catch it back during the 8th of October. This is where I'm currently long AUDCAD, so expecting to see 0.937 hopefully soon, potentially through to this week. A lovely impulsive wave, expecting to see a push higher. We could actually get a retracement from these highs over here, so we could potentially take some partial profits through to these levels here. We could potentially see price push up all the way here, attract as many sellers before pushing higher. So the dollar weak through to this week, which is fantastic. And volatility now, expected to see a breakthrough below 15. And then this will be an interesting area for us to potentially look for some long trades for the volatility, for the VIX. And if volatility pushes up, I reckon oil is going to retrace, UJ will push lower. So all of these trades are basically in line with that volatility to actually push up. So the moment it pushes up, hopefully most of our trades should be well into profit. So that's that one in terms of the current trades that we were looking at. Let's have a look at Forex Live just to see if there were any sort of reports that we may have missed through to this week. Yeah, it's just the usual palaver on Forex Live. Not much to report there. Relatively fairly quiet this week, but expecting to see hopefully volatility pick up. Do keep an eye out of Australia. Do keep an eye out of the consumer confidence for the pound. That could have a fundamental shift. For now, let's just have a look at our spreadsheet here. For now, Australia is the strongest and New Zealand is the weakest in terms of fundamental ranking. And the dollar is nearing to sort of that bullish territory, but due to volatility pushing up, I could expect to see some weakness kicking in for the dollar. So we shall wait and see. So yeah, not much has changed in terms of fundamental ranking here. If volatility does push up, we could expect to see major retracements, and hopefully our trades push well into decent profit. If there's any questions, feel free to type in the chat or simply message me via Telegram. And yeah, I'll try my best. I'll try my level best to get back to you. So yeah, thanks very much once again, and I shall see you guys on Sunday for another live webinar. For those who have been missing out, don't worry, this meeting is recorded. I try to record it every now and again and post it up on YouTube. If it's on YouTube, it's on a private link, so only you, yourself, and myself can view these videos and nobody else, exclusive to our members only. Thanks once again. Take care, guys. Have a great week.